Well, when you talk about the types in which energy will be utilized or energy will be produced, well, I would say that there are two forms in which energy can be produced in the body. ATP will be produced anyhow. But the question is, the two ways. One becomes aerobic way of production of energy and the second one is anaerobic way. So this is called as aerobic respiration and this is called as anaerobic respiration, and both of them can equally happen in our body as well. So when you talk about aerobic cellular respiration, it is a process in which the cell will use oxygen, and that too enough amounts of oxygen to convert the food nutrients, basically glucose, into energy, and that is nothing but ATP. Now the question is that are there any conditions during which such a thing cannot happen? Well, of course, yes. There are conditions of starvation of oxygen in which we are breathless. And when are we breathless? When we are performing a function. Let's say we are picking up dumbbells. Of course, our muscles of the biceps and the triceps are continuously being utilized. Now, these muscles have enough amount of glucose in them. So they will undergo the process of glycolysis. They'll break down. Why? Because they need to produce energy. And in the same course of time, they will produce pyruvate. Now, when they produce pyruvate, this will further break down in the muscle itself in order to produce enough amounts of ATP. But that's when you are perfectly breathing. But let's say we are not breathing enough and we are continuously picking the dumbbells, then the muscles in that area will be deprived of oxygen. And when the muscles in this area, they are deprived of oxygen, that is, they don't have enough oxygen, they will convert this pyruvate into lactic acid. And this is done in the presence of very less or almost no oxygen. Well, this is called as incomplete oxidation. So wherein the case of normal oxygen supply, the body gets 38 ATPs by 1 glucose. In such a case, the body will only and only fetch 2 ATPs. So without oxygen, glucose will be incompletely oxidized and very less amounts of energy, that is 2 ATPs, will be produced. So when such a thing happens, then we get spasms in the muscle. Our muscle keeps on contracting, and that's wherein we'll not be able to sit down, we'll not be able to stand up, we'll not be able to use our arms flexibly. That's because we have not breath enough. And that's why whenever you're working out, whenever you're going to a gym, whenever you're running a treadmill, the trainer would always tell you that keep on breathing in and breathing out. So whenever you're running, keep on breathing in, take in oxygen, and keep on giving out so that the muscles have enough oxygen to provide your body with energy. And that is why we say in the presence of oxygen, the glucose, the food nutrients will be completely oxidized and they will produce more energy, that's 38 ATP. Therefore, oxygen is highly necessary for complete oxidation of glucose and providing our body with maximum energy.